Richard Forbes is standing by as a principal economist at the Conference Board of Canada. Let's bring him into the conversation. Richard, good to have you with us here. Your take on what we're hearing from the Bank of Canada today. I know it's not a big surprise, but give us the takeaways for you.
Yeah, exactly. Today's announcement is widely expected. We've seen the Canadian economy contract in the second quarter earlier this year, and it's looking like the third quarter is going to be flat at best. So we're really teetering on the edge of a recession here. So this was widely expected. And then even after yesterday's announcement came out that inflation in August was a little bit soft as well, it was pretty well a foregone conclusion that we were going to see a rate cut today.
Yeah, we have seen two consecutive quarters now of, growth that has been lackluster. I'm just wondering what you think that means in terms of the possibility of a recession once we get to the, third quarter results when they come out.
Well, yeah, I know the term is technical recession, where there's two negative quarters. Well, certainly we're pretty well there. The third quarter, it's going to be flat at best. It's looking like July is going to be a little bit flat, maybe a little bit of growth. And then we saw the big contraction in the second quarter where the economy actually contracted 1.6% annualized, which is quite a steep contraction. So we're basically there in terms of a recession. So now the question becomes, will the Bank of Canada decide to further cut rates later in the year to stimulate the economy, or will the economy show enough resilience for the bank to hold off?
And Richard, for folks watching at home who have been, following this, and I think we can maybe show, we've got a graphic of the number of rate cuts that we've seen in recent years. We're now at 2.5%, but just over the course of, from July of last year all the way to this announcement today, going from 4.5 down to 2.5. What's the takeaway for folks watching at home?
Well, there's certainly a lot of relief in terms of borrowing costs, and the big takeaway is for homeowners as well. A lot of people took out mortgages 5 years ago. A lot of people on variable mortgages as well, and a lot of these mortgages are going to be up for renewal over the next year or so. So there's a little bit of relief there, and this also signals that the Canadian economy is struggling, right? So. The bank has continued to cut rates. They now see that inflation is a little bit under control, especially compared to about a year ago. So they're trying to stimulate the economy, trying to bring job creation back. We haven't seen really any job growth in Canada throughout the year. So hopefully these rate reductions will help. But of course, all eyes remain on whether the U.S. and Canada can reach a trade deal in the coming months.
Richard Forbes with the Conference Board of Canada. Thanks, Richard.
My pleasure.